come in?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Savanna with Friend Part Jewelry.
Nice to meet you.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you and your company today.
Yeah.
So how's your week been going?
It's been going good so far. It's been really busy, but we're almost to the weekend, so that makes me really happy.
Exactly. Do you have any fun weekend plans?
My husband and I are gonna take the kids camping.
Oh, okay, nice. How many kids do you have?
We have 2 daughters. They're 11 and 14.
Oh, okay. I actually have 2 daughters who are 11 and 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What schools do they go to?
They go to West Middle School and Grand Junction High.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, my girls in Grand Junction High as well.
Wow, maybe they know each other.
Yeah, they probably do. So, thank you so much for meeting with me again to talk about our Friend Part Jewelry lines. So, I would just like to start out by saying that your company has always done a really great job of choosing jewelry lines for your stores.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. We work really hard on trying to make sure that our customers are happy and satisfied.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. So, what is your best-selling jewelry line?
Right now, our best-selling jewelry line is David Yurman.
Okay.
We found that a lot of women really like how classy and sophisticated his lines look.
Okay. What kind of demographic would you say that jewelry line?
The David Yurman jewelry line appeals a little bit more to women that are about 30 to 40 years old.
Okay.
They can really appreciate the quality, I've found.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't, one of the issues that we've had is it doesn't really appeal as much to younger generations, that like 25 to late teenagers.
Okay. So is your company looking to expand its jewelry selection at all?
We are hoping to target more millennials.
Okay.
That's something that we really want for this next generation.
Okay, yeah. So are you having issues with catering to millennials right now with other departments in your store as well as jewelry?
Not so much in our clothing department.
Okay.
We mainly see it in our jewelry department and a lot of our more high-end products because millennials, they don't always have the money or the desire to buy those things.
Right, exactly. So would you be interested in learning about a simple jewelry line that would cater to millennials and go great with your current jewelry selection?
That sounds fantastic.
Okay, great. So I'm very excited to show you the rings that Friend Part has to offer. So it sounds like carrying a jewelry line that would cater to millennials fits right in with your company's future goals of moving into this market. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
So if you could carry a simple line of jewelry that would relate and coordinate well with your current best-selling jewelry lines and attract a new customer base, would you be interested in that?
That sounds exactly what we're looking for.
Okay. So what is your budget for an additional jewelry addition?
Right now we have about $2,000 allocated up front for our jewelry department. We could potentially expand that if we do find a product line that we think really fits well within our stores, but right now that's just the initial budget.
Okay, perfect. So I'd like to show you some of our customer testimonials and show how they really are loving these rings. Like I said, we are currently only selling online and we're wishing to be in the retail market through Nordstrom's. But yeah, if you'd like to take a look at these customer testimonials, you'll find that a lot of millennials especially are really loving our products. And although we have designed these rings for millennials, they are typically very popular with other markets as well, as you can see there.
Okay. I'm reading a lot here about the message with the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to tell me more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So our rings are a symbol of self-love. So this is kind of a ring to empower women to love themselves and honor themselves and know themselves. So we're really wanting to make a movement with these rings, which is what makes them so popular. So yeah, thank you for asking that.
Yeah.
And I know ethics are very important in your corporate culture. So how would you like to incorporate sustainability ethics in your products, especially with your jewelry lines?
With our jewelry lines, we really want to make sure that the gemstones that are set in the jewelry are coming from a really ethical place.
Okay.
We really hate to hear about a lot of the conflicts that are being had over jewels and things like that in other countries, and we don't want to contribute to that problem at all.
Yeah.
So ethical sourcing is something that's a very big priority for us.
Yeah, that's great. So here's a brochure about our sustainability source gemstones. And actually on the back of that, there's a map of where we get each of our gemstones, as well as our guarantee to use ethical and responsible measures to get our stones, as well as our metals.
I like that a lot. I really like your company's emphasis on ethics and then the whole self-love message. That's something that you probably relate to as well, since as a parent, that's something that I really want to teach my kids about, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of parents feel that way.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you'd like, I have a few rings that I can show you today so you can kind of see the different settings that we offer, the different stones and metals too.
Yeah, I'd love to take a look at it.
Okay, awesome. So, here's one of our more popular rings. This one is a rose gold setting with a clear quartz gemstone. So this one is kind of on the lower end. This one is more catered to the younger millennial generations. So, and as you can see, it's a really simple design that I think would go well with a lot of your other jewelry lines.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's very simple, but it's also very classy, and I like that about that.
Yeah, thank you.
It looks like it's really high quality as well, even though you said that this is on the cheaper end, but I can tell that it can really be durable as well.
Yeah, definitely. So all of our rings are handmade. So they are made to last, and they definitely, as you said, they are beautiful, but and they are small, so that's also a benefit for your company because, of course, shipping costs are low. But yeah, the quality, we really pride ourselves on that because we know that as a ring that symbolizes something, that's something that people really want to keep around for a long time. Oh, do you have any questions for me about our rings or our company?
So you mentioned, since these are so small, I really like that because we don't have a lot of space in inventory a lot of times, and we're always concentrating on focusing on that inventory turnover and make sure that it's not just sitting there.
Right.
Do you have any insurance policies on the shipping or anything like that?
Yeah, actually we do. So we have a guarantee and an insurance policy for all of our shipping. We know that these rings and up to our very high-end rings are expensive products that, and while they're being shipped, there's some chances that they could get damaged or lost or anything like that. So we do have a policy for that. It is a brand new policy that we put in place. Like I said before, Nordstrom's would be the first retailer to carry our rings.
Okay.
So yeah, here's that if you'd like to take a look at our policy for shipping.
Yeah, this looks like a pretty airtight policy. It definitely makes me feel a little bit more comfortable ordering from you.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Can I answer any other questions?
So you mentioned that we're going to be potentially the first retailers that you're selling this to.
Right.
So how have you been selling your products before?
So it's just been online. And as you can see from the customer testimonials, we've actually been doing a really great job of online. But we wanted to come to Nordstrom's with an exclusivity deal so that all of our customers who maybe want to get them for their friends or their daughters can see that they can also go into Nordstrom's and look at the rings themselves before purchasing.
Okay. Yeah, I really like that. People like that tangible aspect. So you've been pretty successful with your online sales?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then, what did you say the price was for most of your rings?
So online, our prices range from about $145 to $475.
Okay. It's a little bit out of our price range. The prices of the rings that we sell are typically a little bit lower, not by much, but that is a concern, especially since this is a new product, and
Right.
I know a lot of people aren't familiar with it yet.
Yeah, so I appreciate your concern. Here's a little cost outline of what the rings cost you as well as what you could sell them for. So like I said, we sell them from between $145 and $475 online. And we're suggesting that you sell them for a little bit less so that when they go to buy them online, they can see that they can also purchase them from your stores a little bit cheaper. And I know customers do appreciate being able to actually see the product before they purchase it. So I think you would have an advantage this way. So although these rings might be a little more expensive than what you do sell, I think we have a strong enough customer base that they would be willing to come to your stores and pay a little bit lower price than they normally could with our online sales.
Okay. And then, I know that this is a very small ring, and it's not necessarily the most eye-catching since it is a small, simple design. So I do have concerns about what might be the best way to display the products in our stores.
Yeah, absolutely. So me and my design team have actually put together a product placement and display packet. So here's that, and you're welcome to take a look at that before you place an order. But we really pride ourselves, and we understand the rings are small. So we want to make a display that really fits in with the rest of your jewelry lines and isn't an eyesore, but at the same time really stands out. So these are kind of some different display options that we've come up with.
Okay. Yeah, I really like the one that you have pictured right here.
Okay, yeah.
I think that would maybe fit really well with our stores and appeal really well to millennials.
Okay, great. So if you wanted to fill out the paperwork today, we can get the display up this week and then have your rings ready to go. We think that if you have a display up a few days earlier before your rings, it kind of creates some buzz, especially for those customers who have been buying from us online. They'll recognize the brand and they'll be excited to buy from Nordstrom's. So if you would like, we can go ahead and start out with a few rings at each of your smaller stores. I know a lot of rings will have to be ordered through through you guys. So I would suggest having just a few rings on display so that they can look at the different types of gems and metals, and then they can go ahead and custom order them through you, and then you send that to us.
Okay.
So if you'd like to start out with just a few rings at some of your smaller stores and see how well they're selling, I think that would be a great option.
Okay. I like that idea a lot.
Okay, perfect. So I actually brought the contract with me today, and we can have, like I said, we'll have the display out to you by the end of this week, so probably Friday by 2 p.m., and then we can have your first shipment in on Monday. And then, yeah, so if you wanted to sign the contract here, we can go ahead and get that shipment to you. Alright, thank you. So thank you so much for your time today and agreeing to sell Friend for our pinky rings at Nordstrom's. So I know you will be very happy with these products, but if you have any questions or concerns, here's my contact information. Okay. I will be calling you next Tuesday at 4 p.m. That way you've had a full 2 days to kind of try the product out. And then after that, I'll be following up with you on May 18th to make sure that sales are going well and if you have any complications with our ordering system or anything like that. But yeah, in the meantime, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.
Okay, sounds excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm excited to work with you.
Me too.